All right, hello, hello. I was waiting for the reset. Seems like it's struggling, and now my internet as well. All right, everybody, give me 1 second here. Okay, there it goes. All right, sorry about the weird introduction. Okay, so there's like a 40-second delay. Okay, welcome, welcome. There's a ginormic delay at the beginning of that. Hopefully, it gets cut off since that 40-second gap before it started was weird. Okay, so I'm having a bit of an internet issue. There might be some blotchiness here. Please bear with me as we move through this. I will do my best to explain everything verbally, as it seems like the glitches on the screen don't necessarily correspond to what I'm saying. So the evening goes on. So I'm going to power through this. And I have done get rid of your couldn't before when I first started the channel. I'm bringing it back because I put together 3 days of sort of psychic decontamination based on just how our world is currently. It's just overwhelming overload. There's a lot of stuff happening. Okay, again, sorry about the glitches. The internet issues can't be helped at the moment. Go ahead and break down what we're going to do. It's just a 3-minute meditation today, so don't feel stressed about time. What we're going to do is we're going to cross the middle finger over the back of the index finger, so like similar to so you have your peace sign, cross the middle finger over the back of the pointer finger, and then you have the thumb holding the other fingers down. Now, this meditation I have practiced with all of the fingers all pointed upward as well. So your fingers are still crossed, middle finger crossed over the pointer finger, but the other fingers, instead of being held down by the thumb, all of them are spread upward. That's very confusing. Let me reframe that. Okay. So put your hands up, all the fingers point together, and then cross the middle fingers on the backs of the pointer finger. So you've still got the remaining fingers that would normally be held down by the thumb pointed upwards and the thumbs pointed out. So you've still got your peace fingers crossed. So you can do it. I want you to test it out and see which feels right to you. Thumb holding the fingers down with peace fingers crossed, pointed upward, or peace fingers still crossed, but all the fingers are up. And just notice if there's a distinction to you, and then pick one. And then, better yet, go throughout the meditation and just test it out for yourself and see what feels right, what doesn't feel right, and just notice if you notice a difference as we go through the meditation. That's the best way I can advise as far as seeing what works and what doesn't. That's just generally how I approach my meditations to feel it out. Our eyes are going to be closed throughout this meditation, and then we're going to be navel point. So it's similar to breath of fire in as much as we're engaging the navel point, but we're going to be chanting Har on each pump. I have dropped a mantra in the description that you're welcome to use. You're also welcome to just chant Had, 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 Had into the silence if you prefer that without music. That's perfectly fine as well. We just want to be consistent and constant as we do this. So if this is your first time doing it, go a little bit slower than I'm probably going to be going. Slow yours down till you get a feel for how your body responds to it. And then, as always, please listen to your body. You, your intuition, your body, they are your greatest guides. This is a supplemental option. This is meant to be elevating. So if you feel nauseous, if you feel dizzy, if you feel unbalanced, please bring yourself to normal breathing. If you need to open your eyes, if that helps, please pop them open. Focus on something, look around, whatever your body's advising you it needs. If you need to lay down, please do that. And just continue to listen to Had, right? You can still, there's still ways to maintain the meditation without stepping over your boundaries that are healthy, okay? I am making sure I did not miss anything else. Okay, so yeah, we're just doing the 3 minutes. Now, this is a Kundalini yoga based meditation, so we will be tuning in like normal. All the traditionalists, I do not do the tune in the long way. Mine's much shorter. So please feel free to do your longer tune in and then join us when you're done. No stress there. Also, feel free to either mute this part and tune in like you normally would if you don't want to tune in with the Adi mantra that we will be repeating 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I think that's it for now. If there's anything else, go ahead and rub your palms together while I collect my thoughts. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale. All right, and everybody that's tuning in with us, we will begin. Namo. Sorry, I had to laugh at the end of that one. Go ahead and inhale, hold the breath, pull the root lock. Okay, nope, I need to do one more. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. All right, inhale and hold the breath, pull the root lock for anybody that stayed with me. And exhale, we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, hold the breath, pull the root lock. Exhale, last time. Inhale, hold the breath, pull the root lock. Okay, and then let's go ahead and because we will have our hands up. So the mudra is going to be up by our ears. Okay, so you're going to want to roll the shoulders a little bit before we get into it. Again, it's 3 minutes and it can be intense even with a simple 3 minutes, right? Simple is kind of hiding quite a bit, or can. Okay, so now go ahead and get your mudra up. Again, you got the mudra up. Again, you got the peace sign. Middle fingers crossed over the back of the pointer, and either hold the remaining fingers down with your thumb or just have them up with the crossed peace sign. And I'm going to have mine out and open, and then towards the end I'm going to pull them down and see how I feel about that. Okay. And then you'll want the mantra to be playing. So got the 3-minute timer, so we're good there. Had, 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 had. And then you do want the mudra straight up. You don't necessarily want them pulled towards your ears. You just want them at ear level. Then elbows are up, pointed out a little bit away from the body, shoulders relaxed, eyes closed. Remember, pump from the navel. So you're pulling back and up, in and up. Had, 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 had. Okay, perfect. Now I want you to go ahead and inhale deeply, hold the breath, and as you hold the breath, let the breath and the mantra multiply within you as you're holding. Exhale. We're going to do that one more time. And just notice how the breath expands. Allow the mantra to expand as well. So inhale, hold the breath. Let the mantra and the breath multiply within you. Okay, this time we're going to inhale and we're going to pull the navel in powerfully as we hold the breath in. So inhale, hold the breath, pull your navel in powerfully. Exhale, and go ahead and slowly lower your hands into your lap. Take a couple moments to just be. Inhale, exhale. And we pull the navel in powerfully at the end to really ground that connection of self, to really integrate the practice of chanting Had from the navel. And then we pull it back powerfully, hold that, fortify the practice. I would like to add a caveat here. That has what my intuition indicates to me every time I've done this meditation, because that's been my experience. It feels very grounding, empowering, strengthening after chanting Had, from really anchor to that spot. And I notice a difference in posture and grounding. Just I feel more centered in myself. So that's largely coming from my experience, not from any of the teachers that I worked with. Just wanted to add that as a caveat there. Okay, feeling very concerned about my internet connection here and whether or not it's going to go down. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the practice to a close. Please feel free to sit and rest as long as your body is directing you to do so. Rub your hands together. For everyone that's going to close out with me here, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale. And then we'll close with one long Sat Nam. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Yep, my voice was going to go out on that one, so brought that to a close as well. Okay, I see the timer still going. My apologies for the technical issues of late, everyone. Not much I could do about internet issues. I hope this came through. If not, I'll just repost it, or I'll go live with this again. We will be doing this again at the end of the 3-day psychic decontamination meditations that I put together for us. So I don't know where I was going with that thought, but let me know in the comments what you noticed with this meditation. And as always, thank you for joining me. I'm glad to see you next time.